Okay. This is a more reasonable place to go. Okay.
So hello everybody, my name is Steve.
Yes, my name is
Hello.
Nick, and we are about to make our ego talk about, well, ourselves as a little bit of each other, and then after that, as we met each other and how we are living together now, somehow. So, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna present myself. Uh, as you guys know, I'm Nick. I was born in 2000 in Germany, and I moved to Brazil when I was 3 years old and lived there for around 16 years, 17 years of my life, where I basically finished school and high school. And it was shortly before we had Corona and stuff that we moved to Germany, where I live right now. Reasons for moving to Germany were, well, I'm German, so I can move to here whenever I want, basically. And the current situation in Brazil is not stable. So yeah, economically, it's not good to be there, and in other issues as well. So yeah, we decided to move to Germany as a way of seeking a better life, basically. We moved as first me, my mother, and my brother. He's younger than me. And we've been here for around 2.5 years now. Uh, I'm pretty happy so far with what we've accomplished here. I I'm learning carpentry, which is my dream job basically, and I'm looking forward to finishing my carpentry school next year, which would be great if I manage to do so, of course. Yeah. Other things I managed to do, I got finally my driver's license, actually managed to get a proper PC built, but those are minor things, just, getting a few things done that I wanted to do in a long time. But yeah, right now, after we, you know, moved here and started with those things, we had the corona issue, quarantine, lockdown and stuff. And during lockdown, I started having psychological issues where I was diagnosed with social anxiety and social phobia, which is kind of funny considering that I'm talking here right now. Yeah, I know. But yeah, with those issues, I kind of started going to some kind of depression state, which hasn't been diagnosed as depression, thankfully. And it was basically the reason why I decided to try out VR chat, since I had no one to talk with, literally. And I saw VR chat as a last resource for seeking people to talk to and interact with. Uh, it was one of the best actions I've ever done in my life. Kind of funny, but yeah, it helped me a lot psychologically and socially. I've been managing to be much more open with people, and I've had help from very kind and nice people such as Steve, still helping me a lot. Yeah, and I'm very grateful for that. Yeah, how I got into the democracy and the Rotary group was basically because of D and one of his friends that found me on VRChat when I just started. And it was a really nice thing to happen. I'm very grateful that I met both of them on that day. It opened me many possibilities when I joined the Discord server and I started talking with Loki. I actually worked with Loki on the Portuguese translation of the book, so I'm, had something to do, which kind of kept me busy, but that's good. Yeah, lately there hasn't been much going on, at least not outside. But on VR chat, pretty let's say, busy. So when, for example, when I met Steve on the end of last year, it was something completely unexpected. We just met as normal, friends and stuff, and it evolved into something much greater. It helped me realize many issues that I have and I'm still fighting against, and that I look forward to getting rid of in the near or long-term future. Doesn't matter, as long as I get rid of them. So yeah, that's
Exactly.
a short resume of my life, basically. So I'm gonna let Steve present himself, and if you guys wanna ask him questions, I'll gladly answer as many of as I can. Your turn.
Okay, my name's Steve. Not my real name though, because fun fact, not a single person is named Steve in Finland. It's not a useful name here.
Are you from Finland? Nice.
Yeah.
Moi
So
moi.
I was born in 1995 in Finland, close to Russian border, in a small town, not a kind of small town called Joensuu.
Oh, I have been there.
Yeah. Actually can't remember anything of that place because I was literally like less than 1 year old when we moved out. But that's the thing about my life. I've moved a lot, like moved cities, towns, because my parents, when I was born, my parents were still studying, so we had to move towns for like studies, schools, and stuff. And I moved houses and towns, I think 6 times was it, before I was 8 years old. So it was like really hard to get friends anywhere because it was just every time you meet someone, become friends. Parents were like, "Okay, we're moving again," and that was pretty annoying. And then I moved to the city close to where I live now. When I was 8 years old, we moved here. So I had basically all my school time and stuff here, but I went to the new school. I was, of course, the outsider because I came from another town, and I had a little bit of an accent from there. So I was made fun of that with that, and most of my school years I was bullied severely every day. But I kept my hopes up and like tried to show them that I can't be broken, and just like kept on going basically. And I always I had a few close friends which I have still have in my life, and we used to always like tinker with, for example, PCs. We would get all these like 5 different broken PCs and build a intact one or working one from all of those and stuff like that. And I love to really like to fix bicycles and stuff like that. So that got me into cars and studying for being a mechanic later in life. And I studied for that. And I graduated. I went to the army in the middle there, because mandatory service in Finland. I served a year in the military as a reconnaissance squad leader, and then got home from there, finished my school, and now I'm working for a dealership here in Finland. And yeah, I'm still like learning new stuff
So
all the
where
time
in
with
Finland
cars.
right now?
I'm in Tampere, near Tampere city.
Okay, perfect.
So it's kind of in the middle, but close.
Yeah.
Yeah, what else? What else? Yeah, my parents are super religious type, and like in this past year, almost I've been like more like finding myself a little bit more and accepting myself for who I am and stuff. And then during like everything also got not locked down, but they restricted every like meetings and stuff here in Finland as well last year. So I was like, I got the Half-Life Alyx, and actually my dad was the one who got me into VR because he bought the Vive when it came out, and I tried it with tried his Vive at first, and I was like, oh, this is something I want. So I bought my own headset a few years later, and then I was like, okay, Half-Life Alyx is one game I want to play. And then I played a little bit of that, and I'm like, what should I play next? Like, is there something else I could play? Then I was watching James Ski play VR Chat, and I was like, okay, that game looks so random. I really want to see that. I hopped on, downloaded the VR Chat, and I was amazed that it was free. I was like, yeah, free games are always best. So I'll go to VR Chat and start like going into public worlds and meeting new people, meeting a lot of people, new people, like, and then meeting some cool people more. I've met so many nice people here, and then I found the Tatum avatar that Nick knows as well, really well. I met the creator of that avatar, and then he published it, and I joined the avatar Discord, and that's where Nick was, and we started talking a little bit, and then chilling in VR chat and stuff. And yeah, then I just really grew to like him, and yeah, here we are now. And that's also really a weird place for me because this is all new, but it's really I'm the happiest I've been in like 8 years now. I don't know if I have something else to add to this. Questions are welcome. I can try and answer as best as I can.
That was really good.
Yeah, I mean it's
Both of you.
so.
Thank you.
Yeah, right.
I'm speechless. That's so beautiful story. I mean, uh, especially the ending, of course. That you said you
Yeah.
haven't been this happy for so many years. That's so amazing.
It's very wholesome. I'm getting a bit.
I didn't realize
Oh
I
god.
was on the wrong microphone this whole time. Oh, jeez.
I'm getting a bit emotional here, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
I always do.
God.
There's a lot I could have said, but I'm kind of bad at telling about myself, so I kind of skip a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
That's why I
I have a
Your
question.
history.
I mean,
All right.
Please ask.
I have a question.
I'd gladly answer.
You were telling us about when you first discovered VR chat, and I'm curious because I'm obviously also very new to VR chat, and I'm curious more about that transition between your real life and your life in VR chat, and you said that you found
Okay.
something. You found something there, something special and different and new. I wonder if you could
It's really hard to put into words.
expand on that.
Okay, yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah. So when I was in school, I had like I could easily count in one hand the amount of friends I had. Like easy, it wouldn't gonna pass 5. I had basically no people to talk with. I was very antisocial basically, and very isolated. So I kind of started having psychological problems when I was like on the 8th grade, because that was when my one of best friends betrayed me. Kinda betrayed me. I'm probably being a bit rough, but yeah, like because we met like literally on the on the first year of school, and we were best friends until like the 8th and 7th year. And all of a sudden, he changed in a way that I can't explain how happened. He suddenly became one of the cool guys, and he was like hanging out with the boys and stuff. And I'm like, and he stopped talking with me, and I was like, okay, nice. And that was when I started, when I'm pretty sure I started isolating myself
Not
from
nice
people,
at all.
because I was like, I'm not taking another knife to my back. Yeah, so that wasn't so nice. Years passed, I made a few other friends, the retard gang that I called because we were all retarded. It was a hell of fun. Best people I've ever met. Those were great, great people. Yeah, but that was
I
like
get that.
on the on the 9th year of school was literally the worst year of my life on school, because I was like literally in the worst class possible with worst people possible. I stayed in that class for like 3 months and I left because I couldn't take it anymore. I went to the other class. And that was what things changed for the best for like 2-3 years when high school started, because that was a really, really great class. Amazing people, just perfect. Sure, there were still annoying people and stuff, but
There's
nowhere
always
near
annoying
how the
people.
other ones. Yeah, but they were bearable. The other ones were unbearable. Yeah. So yeah, I went through first, second, and third year of high school. I had my few friends I could talk with, few people that I knew better. I had absolutely no relationships in the meantime because it was still very awkward with people. And yeah, on the last year of the high school, I was really, really, really worried because I wasn't going well in school. I was never a good student, I have to admit that. I'm not someone that likes to sit down in a chair and study. I hate that. I like to mess with stuff with my hands. That's the kind of stuff that I do. But yeah, I was with the rope on my neck when I finished high school. It was really close from failing, really, really close from failing. But I explained that I didn't want to do anything more complex. That my area was, manual or like carpentry. That's what I'm learning. And yeah, I finished high school. I lost all contacts with my school friends. We never talked again since. Um, and on the next year, I turned 18, and I turned 19, and I had to go to the army, which is mandatory in Brazil. So that got me really unprepared because I really didn't want to serve, and they wanted me to serve no matter what. So I had to use as excuse not to serve one of the health issues that my mother has, as like I can't be outside my house because my mother needs me, which is not exactly true. But I used it as excuse. She kind of had the idea herself. So yeah, that was really close as well. That I had to beat on the military. And
Okay, but
well,
Nick, tell me about that transition from real life
yeah.
into virtual reality. That's the bit I'm interested in.
Okay, yeah. So we moved to Germany, and I had literally no one to talk with. The only people I could talk to was my mother and my brother. Even on school here, I had no people to talk with. So I was my brother, even on school here, really lonely to the point that I was really badly attached to the book. Really attached to it, to the point that I would literally sleep with the book. No joke. And I started to notice, like, okay, that's kind of worrying. I might as well try something different. And I started. I've watched VR chat videos before, and then I watched some of them again, and I was like, this sounds like fun. Might as well try. And I did. and that's when a few days in VR chat I met the Bacon and Loki. Am I crashing? Okay, I almost crashed. And
Yeah,
that's where
it's lagging a
everything
bit.
started because I had no one. I had no one to be with, so that was literally my like last shot.
So,
to-
So
Yeah.
is it fair to say there's something in VR chat that's more sociable than in real life?
I'm much
Or
more comfortable
sociable?
talking with people here than in real
Why?
life.
Why do you think that is?
Rotary Club.
I mean, I know that it sounds weird, or maybe even stupid, but like there kinda is like a barrier between like you and me right now. So no matter what I say, you can't do anything against me and stuff. Which is
No, I'm
not exactly
I'm
the
purely
reason.
curious.
What did I
I'm just curious.
join? What is this shit?
Oh, fine.
Oh.
Who's that?
Oh, no idea.
No, I'm sorry. I was just
So-
asking because I was curious
No,
how
no.
the difference, how the experience was different because it's very new for me as
Uh-huh.
well.
Yeah,
I think
I mean,
most
I've
of
been
it,
playing.
like, it's a bit different. Like, it's easier for you to express yourself in VR or VR chat,
Mhm.
for example, especially when you have VR, because you can, smile and do finger things and point at people and stuff like that. But like, the thing is, there's nothing you can't be accountable. You can just quit the game if you feel threatened or
Yeah.
if you like. It's a
So it's
it's
something-
a lot more
something to do
safer
with-
as an environment, and you can be
Yeah.
more
It's something
like.
to do with
There's a
that.
barrier.
It's something to do with
Exactly.
power.
I guess you could
kind
say
of.
so. You can
Yeah.
literally be anything you
You are
want,
in
and
control of what happens, so
Yeah,
know.
ex-
you can.
that
because in real life
That's
you're
mine.
you're
Whatever
rarely
you
in
want.
control.
that's my interpretation as well. There's a power thing.
Yeah,
There's an aspect of
you
control.
can be the
that
biggest thing in the whole lobby if you want, or the smallest.
I
thing
have
in
a
the
question.
lobby if you want.
Yeah, I mean, and
Example,
like
like
you say, you
me.
can just disappear.
Yeah,
you can
example
disappear
like
a bit.
that grew right there.
I have a
That's tiny.
question.
Wow.
I feel
Yeah?
really. Where is he? Where's the little small salamander? I feel really bad
Small
for Ducky
salamander.
because he's always here, and every time I see him trying to see like everyone talk, he's just so tiny he can't get in a chair, and when he sits, he's like in it. Can we make like a
You mean
tiny
Ducky
chair
Ducks?
for him? Yeah, can we make like a tiny chair for him?
Well, put that as a suggestion. I'll put that in the protocol. We'll talk to CC and Benzo if we can have a special chair for
I think Beth can make the tiny chair. He's good at that.
for
He's tiny.
Ducky.
But yeah, and honestly, I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
people on VR chat are much more
Ducky,
interesting.
move over a bit.
Since I
Yep.
feel much more open here, and I guess more people do the same.
Oh,
So it's
One thing
Right.
for me on VR chat, like when I started, because I didn't get compliments that much in real life and school and stuff. Everybody was like,
same.
didn't really have someone to compliment me or people in general. So I just, when I take an avatar here, for example, the Tatum or something, and I go to a random lobby and somebody say, "Whoa, you're cute," or "You look nice," or something, you get a compliment that you don't get usually. So that's probably what made me come back in the first place. Like getting
Okay.
accepted or getting compliments.
How come I can't see your avatar? I can't see you
because
guys' avatars.
This is not hold on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I didn't see that. Let's I'll just change it to this one. So you can see me now.
Now I can see a little fox. Yeah.
Yeah, or
Perfect.
something. I don't even know.
I have a
what
similar one.
characteristic. But anyway, like
That's much better. Much better.
it's the
Oh, son
compliments
of a bitch.
mostly that for me was the thing that kept getting me back into this game. Like I
Okay.
always felt good when somebody said like, "Oh, you look nice. Your avatar's cool," or something like that.
Yeah.
So then I just like started talking to people and joining conversations with random people and met
Yeah,
a
I
lot
think
of
it's interesting that you can like I say again, I'm new to this technology, but it's interesting that you can actually, if you don't like somebody, you can just disappear them.
yeah, exactly. If somebody's
I wish
being
that's how real
toxic
life
or
works.
annoying or something, you don't have to bother with it. You can just get rid of them.
Yeah, that's a massive amount of control, though.
Unless they have
exactly.
a crash avatar,